Yeah, I don't have an intro for this one either. Anyway, bonjour, Monsieur Nate Jackson here with number 183. Yeah, number 183. Robert Bresson. You know what? I'm not even gonna try this. I'm just gonna. You know what? I know what I'm gonna do. Wait a minute. This movie, which is called. Hang on. I'll tell you what this is called. Wait a minute. This is what it's called. Here. This is what it's called. Wait. Play it. Wait a minute. This is what it's called.
Les Dames du Bois de Boulogne.
Yeah, that's it. Robert Bresson's
Les Dames du Bois de Boulogne.
There you go. All right. Google Translate for the win. 1945, 85 minutes, black and white, French. Who'd have thunk it? Directed by Robert Bresson. Dialogue by Jean Cocteau. Wasn't a bad movie. Kind of boring. Little hard to watch. A little tricky, but not a horrible film. So we're getting out of the whole stink we got with I Am Curious series and Straw Dogs and all that. So we're raising up the bar a little bit. We're getting back to where we should be, but not by much. But we'll talk about this film. This is pretty short. So it's about this woman named Helene who has a lover named Jean, and they're together, and they both love each other, but they kind of have I guess they're allowed to. They're I guess a polyamorous couple. I guess you could call it that. And he ends up revealing to Helene that he is no longer in love, or he actually he considers her just a friend now. He doesn't think of her as a lover anymore, and she's upset by this, and so rather than ball out and all that, she decides to exact revenge on him. He has fallen in love with this dancer whose name is Agnes, and she actually is very poor, and she dances in nightclubs, and afterwards, I guess, is a prostitute. And Helene knows this, and ends up putting Agnes and her mother, or her madam, in this in an apartment, paying for her apartment and all that, and and eventually telling and inviting Jean over for dinner so that they meet, and he ends up of course he's totally in love with her, and he ends up just falling for her, and he keeps advancing on her, and she's not really interested in him that much. She thinks she's really not at all intrigued by him in any way, but he won't stop, and eventually she gets to the point where she knows that she has to Helene eventually figures out that she has to get them married. She wants to get them married together so that I guess the climax of the revenge act is that he'll be so, everyone will lose respect for him because he's married to a prostitute, basically. Yet he doesn't know this at all until the marriage. The idea is that Helene ends up technically blackmailing Agnes into marrying Jean, on the grounds that if Agnes doesn't tell Jean about her past, Helene will. And then Jean ends up saying, "Oh, I want to get married," but Helene insists that she prepare the wedding. And so on the day of the wedding, Helene has told, I guess, everybody, all the guests, and she asks Jean, that to look around and figure out why everybody looks so sour. And when Agnes realizes that, Helene's told everybody there, she becomes very ill and faints. And Jean finds out that Agnes has fainted because of, everybody's figured out about her past, and he finds out at that moment about her past, and he realizes that he's married a prostitute, and so his first act is to drive off. And there's a really sick scene where Helene finally reveals her devilish plot and all that. And he's in his car and he keeps trying to back up. I guess he's like parallel parked. He's like, or he hasn't parallel parked, but he's like in this tight spot, and he tries to keep backing up and getting out of the spot, and he keeps rolling back and rolling forward. And every time Helene's there, like ridiculing him and all that, and it's kind of a cool scene. That's kind of probably the best, like the most effective, like, holy shit, this woman's evil, kind of thing. And so then that's basically Helene. She gets her revenge, and in the end, Jean goes back to Agnes later, and I guess Agnes is really, really ill, and she's, close to unconsciousness, and she might die. And I guess Agnes feels that she feels the best way for everybody, the best thing for everybody was for her to kill herself. And Jean tells her, no, you ain't killing yourself. That's an order. And she ends up, recovering, and I guess they stay together. It's not really revealed too much, but that's it. And I guess maybe she falls in love with him after all for him to, want to be with her so much. This one was hard to describe, so yeah, but that's it. That is it. Direction was great. Acting was kind of cool. The actress who played Helene, Maria Casares, is the perfect evil face woman. I mean, look at she looks like the villain. She could play a villain anytime, And the actress who played Agnes, was her name, Elena Labourdette. Very, very gorgeous actress. Definitely, it's the best photo. They didn't really have any good photos of them in this booklet, but it wasn't. I mean, I didn't like Helene. She was kind of evil and just a little too dark, and she seemed a little selfish. The act seemed really selfish at the end, to know that, I don't know. It seemed like her revenge felt a little too devious and not justified in any way. I mean, it's the fact that, she can go around with anybody she wants, but the moment that he finds another lover is like, fuck that, you're going down, It's like, no, that's not justified. So yeah, so it's not a bad movie, but it's not a great movie. I'm gonna give it a, say, B minus C plus. Yeah, it's just, B minus C plus. I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out in a second. In the meantime, I can tell you about all the illustrious supplements. Oh my god, all the crazy supplements, aka a stills gallery. That's it. Nothing else. So there's your review. There's your review of. Play it.
Les Dames du Bois de Boulogne.
Yeah. C plus. No, B minus because of that. Because of that, I'm giving it a B minus just because of Agnes being hot in that scene. Yeah, that's how much of a man I am. So, yeah, this movie, B minus. Check it out if you want, but you're not missing much unless you're into legs. All right, so that's it for today. That's it for now. Another short video for once and for all. All right, so Monday, or maybe Sunday. I'm not sure. By Brackage, an anthology is here. I am actually considering going ahead and not taking time off. I will be taking time off, but I will not do. I'm thinking of going ahead and running through the Adventures of Antoine Daniel box set next week, along with, because they're all at the library. Stolen Kisses. I'm still waiting on Ben Board, actually. Stolen Kisses, and Love on the Run, and the supplements. I think the supplements disc still needs to come in too. But the other ones are coming, and I'm thinking of just go ahead and like doing them next week so that I can just get this season over with sooner. But at the same time, I might not. I'm not sure. We'll find out. We'll find out eventually. But for now, yes, for sure next week, either Sunday or Monday, by Brackage in Anthology. And yes, that is it. So that's it for me. Thanks for watching. Revenge sucks. It's not a great moral, but don't act out revenge if you're just trying to be mean, you know. And don't get married to prostitutes, you know. You know, Carfax that girl. There's no like spell. Google your woman to find out if she's a hooker, I guess. And yeah, that's it. That's all I can say. So thanks for watching, and we will see you sometime either Sunday or Monday for By Brackage Anthology. Until then.